Well, those of you who say it's too easy, keep in mind that only one person passed the test at the end in all the years I've been teaching this material. And Devin, I forgot to mention, was a drum major. He had been reading and thinking rhythm for at least 10 years before I gave him the test. So it takes a while to absorb the material in this lesson, no matter how you go at it. Don't be in a rush to learn it. Just do a little bit every day. And in that connection, before I forget, I'm sure that a lot of people watching these videos are going to wonder, well, how much time do I have to practice this stuff every day? I wouldn't want you to think of these lessons as any more than a supplement to what you're already doing. I know each and every student out there has a different musical goal. And so you're studying maybe the blues, or you're studying jazz, or you're studying pop or rock or metal or any number of musical categories. I don't want to interfere with that. Instead, I want to supplement with the development of your musical imagination through about 10 minutes of dialogue drills per day. Now, you have to read the lesson, and I don't know how long that will take you, but by reading the lesson, you'll understand the goals of the lesson and what should go into the improvisation drills, the dialogue drills. So you can't escape that. You have to read the lessons. But as for the actual practice, I would say 10 minutes a day for however long you want to, or however long it takes, and then completion of the final task in each lesson will ensure that you have understood the knowledge well enough to take it to the next level. Each lesson is contained inside the next lesson. So lesson 2 contains lesson 1. Lesson 3 contains lessons 2 and 1, like a Chinese puzzle box. And lesson 4 encompasses everything. Okay, so if you find these lessons too hard, I would say simplify the drills and keep at it, or go after the simplest goals. For example, if you have trouble improvising eighth notes, restrict yourself to whole notes, half notes, and quarter notes. You'll find out what those are if you don't know what those are when I do the sight reading instruction in a moment. Basically, eighth notes are as thick as we get here. We are not going into 16th notes, except maybe in a very limited context. Okay, now I'd like to go right into the two key concepts to keep in mind when you are practicing the rhythm drills. Number one, I want you to count out loud. I've had many students over the years, and I've noticed the tendency to fail to count out loud. It's absolutely necessary that you count out loud while doing these exercises, and count a little louder than you think is necessary. That's to add spirit and vigor and also discipline to what you're doing. Because if you don't know the count, you don't know where you are in time. The second key concept to keep in mind here is the idea of futurization. Futurization means being able to envision the next measure or the next two measures while you're playing the measure that you just improvised, or the two measures that you just improvised in your mind's ear. So futurization is a very key concept. And I think that I can wrap this up now by saying that the wordplay game is going to turn out to be really critical to your understanding of rhythm, because words, we're all accustomed to improvising sentences in our mind before we speak them from our mouths. And this is very similar to what we're going to be doing here with rhythm. We're going to be imagining a sound series, somewhat like a series of words. So we want to connect the sense of rhythm to the sense of being able to improvise words, just as we do in everyday life. And I think with that I can wrap it up and say the next video will be on sight reading, that is interpreting the symbols that you find in the PDF. And I will see you all then.